Today in New York City, when the law enforcers become the lawbreakers, it shakes the foundation of trust. I'm Dean Bark. Welcome to the City Report from New York City. Let's open with the big one. Brooklyn NYPD officer Joshua Acosta has been arrested and charged with multiple counts of rape and sexual misconduct involving a minor. NYPD says the arrest followed an Internal Affairs Bureau probe. That's the department's own watchdog unit. Acosta was picked up in South Brooklyn while off duty, and he's been suspended without pay. The Brooklyn District Attorney's Office is handling the case. The charges are described as domestic in nature, and notably the Police Benevolent Association, the largest NYPD union, is not providing legal support here, which is uncommon. The alleged conduct dates back to 2021, and Acosta, like anyone charged, is presumed innocent until proven guilty. But accountability has to mean the same thing in and out of uniform. It's about time law enforcement is held to the same standards as civilians. Looks like someone forgot the memo. Moving on to a different kind of neighborhood crisis. Skeletal remains were found inside a vacant building at 219 East 115th Street in East Harlem. That address has a long paper trail. 25 active violations, with records going back to 1994. The site was once a drug rehabilitation facility and has sat largely unmanaged, with broken windows and facade issues left unaddressed for years. The city's Office of Chief Medical Examiner, the agency that identifies remains, is conducting a forensic exam to determine who the person was and how they died. There were 311 complaints. That's the city's non-emergency complaint system, suggesting a homeless veteran had been living there. Police have not confirmed whether the remains belong to that individual. Ignoring urban decay isn't just an eyesore, it's a humanitarian crisis. Leave a building to rot long enough, and it starts writing its own rules. Let's pivot to the next story. Health officials are tracking a Legionnaire's disease outbreak on the Upper East Side. Legionnaire's is a severe form of pneumonia caused by Legionella bacteria, which can spread through fine water mist. Investigators are focusing on cooling towers, the rooftop heat exchange units that help big buildings air condition the air. So far, 36 people have gotten sick and 22 have been hospitalized. The outbreak was first flagged on July 2nd. A new city law that took effect in May requires monthly testing for Legionella, but compliance and inspection follow-through have been inconsistent. There's also a discrepancy between the number of towers on the city's list and those identified in outside analyses, which suggests oversight gaps. Carnegie Hill, with a larger share of older residents, is particularly vulnerable. Inconsistent oversight in health safety can have deadly consequences. If your maintenance plan is "we'll get to it when it coughs," that's not a plan. Shifting gears. The Trump administration says it will not issue new tenant protection vouchers to replace the expiring emergency housing voucher program. Quick definitions. Emergency housing vouchers were created in 2021 during COVID to help low-income renters. Tenant protection vouchers are a U.S. Department of Housing and Urban Development tool, that's HUD, used to prevent displacement when other aid ends. Congress had set aside $264 million expecting to bridge the gap with new vouchers, but the administration is using that money to extend the current program only temporarily. Rising rents burned through the original funding faster than planned, and a Republican-controlled Congress declined to replenish it this year. HUD warned agencies back in March 2025 that this day might come. Now, thousands of renters in New York could face a cliff. Staten Island, which is represented by the city's lone Republican in Congress, has more emergency housing voucher recipients than 26 states and territories. Federal housing policy should not leave renters in the lurch. Rent is due whether politics is gridlocked or not. And now, the environmental desk. New York Attorney General Letitia James, the state's top law enforcement officer, is suing chemical makers including 3M and DuPont over PFAS contamination. PFAS, often called forever chemicals, are industrial compounds used in products like nonstick cookware, cosmetics, and water-repellent clothing. They persist in the environment and have been linked to cancers and other health harms. The suit alleges companies knew of the risks and sold the products without proper warnings. and it seeks damages for cleanup and an end to sales without labels. Documents over decades paint a troubling history. In the 1970s, 3M scientists found PFAS in employees' blood, and by 1981, DuPont was monitoring exposed workers and found birth defects in babies born to affected mothers. 3M announced plans to phase out PFAS by the end of 2025, but the impacts linger. Holding corporations accountable is long overdue for environmental justice. Forever chemicals shouldn't become forever problems. And that's your report for today. From the City Report with Dean Bark in New York City, have a great day and see you tomorrow.